Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. We have a new deck. Not only is it a new deck for the collection, but it's a new deck for the entire world, you guys. This one is the Bonestone Earthflesh Tarot, the Reawakening. And it is by Avalon Cameron, and the art is by Anna Torian. Now, this deck, you guys, is going to be distributed by Llewellyn, but it is by Blue Angel. This is coming out in December 2025. To be exact, this is coming out December 25, 2025. And once again, will be distributed by Llewellyn, but it is a Blue Angel deck. And, you know, it looked amazing. My friends at Llewellyn asked me if I wanted to do a review of it, and I accepted immediately. So let's look at this deck. Let's do an unwrapping together. Let's see what we like. Let's see what we don't like. Let's see if this is maybe a deck for you or maybe not a deck for you. So you guys, let's do it. Now, this is the front of the box. There's the side of the box, and this is the back of the box, you guys. And so let's unpack this beauty, you guys, and let's see what's in here. It's rather a larger box. So by the way, it is also a thick box. And so, you guys, this tarot deck is a journey through sacred landscapes and enduring narratives where the hero, the villain, the lover, and the seer all leave their mark. And so, let's uncover this, you guys. Look, we get a nice size book with this deck. Look at this, beautiful rose petal feeling here, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. It's very thick. It's got over 377 pages. Look at that. Beautiful paper stock here inside of the book. Here's some of the artwork. Here's the table of contents, you guys. So you can take a look at that. It has the foreword, preface, acknowledgements in the beginning, major arcana, Kingdom of Swords, Kingdom of Cups, Kingdom of Wands, Kingdom of Pentacles, about the author, about the artist, and it starts, you guys. So really, really cool. It gives you a sample of the card here, and then it goes into the meanings, and you can also read it in reversed, as you can see here. This is the Weavers or the Wheel of Fortune, and pause your device and take a look at that in case you're interested to see how that reads. And then it continues here on this page, you guys. So it has correspondences. Astrology is Jupiter, numerology number 1, journal prompts, and it has a narrative. And that's pretty cool. It looks like it's pretty complete, if you ask me. So that's the book. Really nice. It's, of course, by Blue Angel, as I mentioned at the beginning. And, you know, I love it when I get a good piece of literature with my decks. And so we're getting that here, you guys. So really, really nice. Already pleased with that. So that's a good sign. This is what the inside of the box looks like, and it has a little thumb here, so you can pull out the cards if you like. And here we have our cards, you guys. So these are what I think regular size tarot cards. Paper stock is really good, by the way. It's got that rose petal, but it's very tamed. So I don't think this is going to be a problem to shuffle this deck. I think it's going to be just fine. This is the back of the card, and they are totally reversible. As we saw in the book, that you can read this deck in reverse. So that's already a really nice thing. It looks like it's a chunky deck. I like it. It is not gilded, as you can see. So, and they don't have to be gilded, but you know, I always think that a little bit of gilding goes a long way. So, but we're not getting that here. So what I am going to do, you guys, is I'm going to take this box away so we can really zoom in on the cards. And this is a very sort of earthy kind of a deck. It takes you through a journey. It's a sort of like a forest, sort of. It reminds me of the Enchanted Forest a little bit for what I've seen and what I've read. So let's see if that's really true. I really wonder if that is going to be the case. And here we have Junko, which is the Fool, you guys. Beautiful. As you can see, there's a girl looking inside of this tree, and inside of the tree, it looks like there's an infinite space. So it's kind of like the beginning, right? This one is the gray one, or the Magician. Very cool. Artwork is beautiful. So it's watercolors, which is really, really great. Here's the Lady of Leaves, which is the Empress. And by the way, you guys, this is the reawakening, which is rooted in the primal and the eternal. This new edition of the international bestseller by Avalon, Cameron, and Anna Torian is an invitation to explore, remember, and weave your own path of self-discovery. This is the Emperor. So that looks a little bit, heroish like, right? This is the Grandmother, which is the Hierophant. Oh, I like that version of the Hierophant. She looks like a very wise one. And yeah, that's a really good illustration of the Hierophant, somebody that you go to for advice. This is Sky and Earth, which is the Lovers. I love the fact that they're frameless. Knowing Blue Angel, and I know that they do this more for their oracles than their tarot decks, but I was hoping that the cards would be a little bit bigger, but it doesn't matter. They're still very pretty. And the printing is really good, by the way, you guys. Very crisp. Really wonderful. Here's Chris the Traveler, and that's the Chariot. It looks like sort of like a gypsy, right? And she's taking her show on the road. This is Adia, and this is Strength. Very, very cool Strength. Ooh, look at that. While she's meditating, there's all these animals, and they're sort of like in an aggressive pose. You see the elephant, you see the lion, and you see the cobra there, as if they were ready to attack. Interesting. This is Agafia, the Hermit. Very cool. I love the fact that this is a very earth-like, and it's sort of like giving me feelings of total earth, of course, which is I think what they try to convey, but it's also giving me feelings of it's RWS, but it's stepping a little bit away from the RWS. And I'm seeing different characters here, but it still draws me to the RWS, right? So it doesn't take me too far away from it. This is the Weavers, or the Wheel of Fortune. This is the Warrior and the Veiled One, Justice. Interesting. I love the blues in there. This is, of course, the Hanged One. You see that? And it's Odin, All-Father, the Hanged One. This is Death, the Fallen Warrior. And this is really, really a wonderful picture. You see, he's laying there, he's dead, sort of being supported by some roots there. And there seems to be a hole here on his belly. And out of the hole comes out all of these birds, which then make a representation of death, which is a skull. Very interesting. This is Temperance, the Hourglass. And so patience, right? Patience. This is the Devil. And they chose Medusa to be the devil. And I think it's a really good depiction of the devil. This is the Mighty Oak, the Tower. So it looks like this tree is being hit by lightning, and it's sort of falling apart. On top of the fact that here there's a huge space where you can see the space or the stars. Interesting. This is the Two Eagles, or the Star. This is Kale, the Moon. It's also giving me a very peaceful sort of a feeling. It's transporting me to another world. So it's taking me on a journey. I feel a lot of peace when I'm looking at this deck. I feel a lot of, meditation, sort of yoga, sort of earth feelings to it. This is the Wild Soul Dance, and it's the sun. She's unnamed, judgment. Yeah, and she's totally being judged there. This is the Oak Guardian, which is the world. Very pretty. There's a lot to look at, you guys. So colors are very pretty. There's tons of different colors in here. I cannot say that it's just one skim of colors. It's just, there's many different sort of colors. There's the Bruja or the Bruja. And yeah, I think this is because there's 79 cards on this deck. I think this is the 79th card. Quill. This is the Ace of Swords, and that's very familiar to what they have for the back of the card. Very pretty. This is Tella, the Traveler, and she's the Two of Swords. And as you can see, she's traveling there. She's got a child on her back. There's a crow there. Very pretty. This is the Charred Heart. This is the Three of Swords. Very, very good depiction of the Three of Swords. And as you can see here, it looks like a witch's hand. Can you see the nails here? And it's just sort of, tearing that heart apart. But, it still tries to grow, you guys. So it's like you can never kill it, right? There's always some sort of life. There's Battle-Worn Warrior. This is the Four of Swords. This is Peanut, Five of Swords. I wonder what Peanut has to do with it. But he's getting his butt kicked. Literally. So there's even blood coming out of his mouth, you guys. So yeah. This is Odessa, and this is the Six of Swords. And as you can see, she is going, or she's traveling to calmer waters. Here's the star. So it looks like they're following the star. Here's Odessa right on the front of the boat, sort of making sure that they're traveling safe. This is Shadow and Misery, Seven of Swords, you guys. Look, she has sort of a rule piece of paper, and then on the back, hidden on her back, is a knife. So it's a perfect Seven of Swords. Very, very clever. I like it. This is Belle, and she's the Eight of Swords, you guys. The reflection on the water is completely different than the actual person standing by the water. This is the Beast. It's the Nine of Swords. Cool. This is Earthflesh, and this is the 10 of Swords. You guys, this is a gory one. So he's been dead for a little while, not that long, but the crows have already been at it, as you can see. And you can see part of his rib cage already showing. And as you can see, there is just a chaotic scene everywhere going on. So there's other dead people there. So yeah, it's a gruesome one. And this is young Merlin, the apprentice, and he's the Page of Swords. She's Athena. She's the Knight of Swords. And she's going. She's riding a horse and she's going. She's got the owl behind her. This is the Morrigan, and she's the Queen of Swords. Yeah, she looks like a Queen of Swords, all right. He's King Arthur, and he's the King of Swords. This is the Super Blood Moon Eclipse. And this is the Ace of Cups. Now we get into the cups, you guys. Kindred Spirits, Two of Cups. Cauldron Sisters, that's the Three of Cups. And they're working something there, you guys. There's something cooking in there. So these three girls are onto something, it looks like to me. This is Kinau, the fisherman, and this is the Four of Cups. This is the Elephant Who Mourns, and this is the Five of Cups. And so if you're wondering if this resembles the RWS, I think in a way it does, but not all the way. And so I think if you're starting well, at least for me, it would be sort of hard if I was starting and learning with the RWS, but maybe it wouldn't be for somebody else. So these are all personal opinions, you guys. This is the farmer and his wife. This is the Six of Cups. So it's all about something from the past. It's about reminiscing. This is the charlatan. He's the Seven of Cups. So he offers you a lot, but you better be careful. Not everything that he's offering might be good. So, by the way, going back to the colors, I'm really enjoying the colors. I love the watercolors. So that's the medium that was played or that was done for this deck. And I'm just loving it. This is Morgana, and she's the Eight of Cups. This is Peacock Queen and the Elixir of Life. This is the Nine of Cups. And looks, it looks like she's sharing happiness there. You see the other ones? They're sort of like receiving what she's giving from the cup. Pretty cool. The Lunar Cup. This is the Ten of Cups, you guys. This is Kuan Yin, Page of Cups. This is the Lady of the Lake. She's the Knight of Cups. This is Yemanja, Queen of Cups, you guys. She's pretty. She's a mermaid. This is Poseidon, King of Cups. And now we're stepping into the Ace of Wands, or the Wands. And I thought that this would be a good time to just sort of show you what how the book reads for this particular card. So here it gives you the Ace of Wands. From the spark of ignition arise new beginnings, transcend creative limitations, and embrace initiative with enthusiasm. And so here's the reading, and you can, of course, pause your device and read that. Here's the other side, which gives you the meaning in reverse. Then it gives you the narrative. And here goes on to the second page of that. And it has correspondences and journal prompts, you guys. So that sort of gives you an idea of how that reads, even though we did that at the beginning, right? But anyway, it's kind of nice to go through the deck and then open the book to one of those pages. This is the Flame Bud. Two of Wands is this. This is Scylla, and she is the Three of Wands. And so she's, looking to see what she's going to do next. She's on that air balloon. This is the Blessings. This is the Four of Wands. And yes, of course, we know that the Four of Wands is all about blessings. So it looks like she is being blessed. Here's the Redwood Challenge. She's the Five of Wands. Yeah, so that's very appropriate. That's competition, right? The Five of Wands. The Sovereign Self, Six of Wands. This is the Blade Witch, Seven of Wands. Here we have the Wild Horse, which is the Eight of Wands, and this is a very appropriate card for the Eight of Wands. So it's rapid movement, news coming in fast. That's what the Eight of Wands most of the times tells us. This is the Green Woman. This is the Nine of Wands, and she's definitely green. Here we have the Digger. This is the Ten of Wands, you guys. And as you can see, he's carrying one on his back, and he is sort of dragging another one from the floor. So he's got his work cut out for him. This is Yansa, and she's the Page of Wands with her tiger there. This is Hephaestus, Knight of Wands, you guys, and he's going at work. He's working hard. This is Marie Leveau, Queen of Wands. Very, very pretty Queen of Wands. And most of the Queen of Wands are pretty, right? They're like sexy. There's a sun god, Ra. He's the King of Wands, and he's also looking good. A good-looking King of Wands as well, sort of Egyptian-looking. Now we have the Mandrake Spirit and the Skull of the Old One, Ace of Pentacles, you guys. And so here you see a plant growing. It looks like, you know, a skull is there and the plant is going through it. So something is dead, but then there's a new opportunity coming around, right? So it's like the plant growing all over of what was already dead. So something new is coming. Usually the Ace of Wands has to do with a new monetary opportunity. This is the Rainbow Spider, Two of Pentacles. Very cute rainbow card there. I like the fact that they put a rainbow card there. This is the Sacred Stone, the Three of Pentacles, you guys. Also really, really, really nice. You can see them working together and making a team to get the work done. This is the Lady of Jewels, and she's the Four of Pentacles. She looks like she has been dead for a while. She looks like a ghost, actually. So, but she's got all her jewelry on her. You see that? This is a really interesting card, actually, when we look at it. It tells me how attached she was to her material things, that even after death, she's still hanging on to all of those material things. So this is a perfect depiction of the Four of Pentacles, sort of saying, you know, let go, you know, go on to something else. Those material things are not that important. But for some of us, they are important. For most of us, they are important, right? It's the material world. So, but very, very interesting card. Here we have the storm-swept family, Five of Pentacles, and of course they've been swept by the storm. And it is a perfect Five of Pentacles. This is the Feed the Birds, and this is the Six of Pentacles. Of course, a very, very good Six of Pentacles card, which is about sharing. Oakley, Seven of Pentacles, and you see there he's working pretty carefully to extract that mushroom. So it looks like, yeah, like he's trying to become a master at it. And there's the Sacred Smith. She is the Eight of Pentacles, and it looks like she is a master of the craft already. The Lady of Flowers, she is the Nine of Pentacles, and she's dancing, and there's a flower there. Community, Ten of Pentacles. That's a really good Ten of Pentacles. It talks all about community, of course. Here's the Dionysus. He's the Page of Pentacles. Sort of a sexy picture there under the tree with a glass of wine, or a cup of wine, I should say, and grapes on him. Yeah, it looks like maybe somebody trying to seduce us, right? Maybe there's a new sort of a lover coming around. This is a really good depiction of the Page of Pentacles. Lilith, Knight of Pentacles. You guys, I'm getting that this deck, although it's not exactly like the RWS, I'm getting really easy vibes from this deck as well. I think that this is going to be a really easy deck to work with. I think it gives you the meanings right away, and it gives them to you in a sort of old modern fantasy way, if you catch my drift. Here we have the Baba Yaga. She's the Queen of Pentacles, and she's holding a chicken leg there. So maybe she's about to make soup. And finally, you guys, we have the Green Man, and he's the King of Pentacles. And of course, we know that Pentacles are all about earth and plants and earth and soil and all of that. Now, guys, when it comes to shuffling this deck, it shuffles really good. It is new, so this sort of cardstock can get a little bit stuck at the beginning, but the more you use it, the more it slides a bit better. So, not a problem with that. I like the way it shuffles. I'm really happy with this cardstock, by the way. I think it's really fabulous. If we do a spread with this deck, that's what it looks like. I have seen better, but it's not bad. I like this sort of a spread that he has done. You guys, this is the Bonestone Earthflesh Tarot. It is absolutely gorgeous. I am so happy that this deck is in the collection. I'm going to start using this deck right away, not only for myself, but also in my practice. This deck is a deck that I think gives me answers right away. It takes me sort of into a modern, old earth, sort of modern. I said the word modern twice because for some reason it reminds me a little bit of modern times. And I don't know why, but it does, even though it takes me through a journey. And this is a really wonderful deck. I'm really happy to have it. Don't forget, it comes out in December 2025. It's going to be distributed by Llewellyn, and it's a Blue Moon publication. So you guys, subscribe to the channel if you like. Let me know what you think about this deck. Are you thinking of ordering this deck? And as I always say, you guys, until the next time.